Hey, it's Mr. Gray here. Happy, what is this, Wednesday. Week has gone fast. I'm sure most of you guys will be enjoying a barbecue, having some hot dogs and burgers tomorrow. All right, today we are going to talk about sneakers. So today what I have for you are two sneakers that I love both. I don't know how everybody feels about both sneakers, but either way we're going to jump straight into it. The first sneaker I have for you today is going to be, and forgive me on the last name, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the basketball player that plays for the Milwaukee Bucks. He's the longest player probably in the NBA that I can think of at this moment. Either way, he had his first signature shoe just come out this past weekend. I think it initially surprise dropped on Friday, but then everybody had a chance to jump in and get it on this last Saturday. If you can, sir, pass me the Zoom Freak. So there are a lot of details in this shoe. It is definitely a very colorful shoe, and I really like it. It is definitely different. So here you have is Giannis's Nike Zoom Freak 1. Let's take you a good look at it. It's really nice. I love this this backward swoosh. As always, I'm gonna give it my colors. I'm gonna call this an electric orange or tangerine orange, which is I love how it definitely sticks out. And what you can see under this actual, it's a type, I guess it's some type of woven mesh, but under it you can see what I'm gonna call almost like a spider web under the actual mesh. This is more right here. You can see this loop, I guess, kind of going through here. It's kind of a stitching, but it's under the mesh also. You can see the this would be the logo. You'll more than likely see this on all of his shoes from here going forward. He has his number on the back, his jersey number on the back. And on the front you can see where it says, well, maybe you can see that, it says Freak 1. Charles and Veronica, his parents' names right etched in there. Then on the bottom, I don't know if you'll notice it, but there's actually these patterns on there. I guess the translucent parts of the sole here, they're actually like roses, these right here. Then you also have his symbol, which is going to be his symbol from this first shoe going forward right here on the bottom in that electric orange. That's the new color. I made that up. I'm going to trademark it. Not really. Anyway, he also has I am my father's legacy on the bottom. Definitely has a lot of love for his father. If I believe correctly, his father did pass away. Tragic. I don't know if it's a tragic story. I did not look into what happened to his father, but I believe from what I know, his father is no longer with us. Let me get inside the shoe here. On the inside, we have all bros. As you know, he has an infinite number. He doesn't have an infinite number of brothers, but he has about 2 or 3 brothers. I do not know their names, but they are lengthy like him, and I believe he's of course outfitting them with his sneakers also. I'm sure you guys have also seen the black and white version of this floating around, but by far at the moment this is my favorite. There are actually several colorways of these floating around. Oh, just noticed something else here. Francis, 1, 2, 3. He's got 4 brothers. Francis, forgive my pronunciation, Thanasis, Costas, and Alex. He actually has their names right in the back. Makes sense with the all brothers theme that we're going with, that he's going with. All brothers, or all bros, as it said. Beautiful shoe. Now overseas, you know how we have Nike ID here. Overseas, they're actually able to customize it as we do with Nike ID. It's not yet offered on Nike over here in the States, but from what I hear, it will be offered at some point. But right now, there's several different colorways that they're able to make for the shoe overseas. The colorways are pretty awesome. I mean, I've seen some colorways that Milwaukee Bucks colors, one that looks like actually the Toy Story Buzz Lightyear colors, and several other colors that are pretty neat. I guess I'd like to give a little bit more information on his actual symbol, his logo that he came up with, and I think it's really neat. He really put his heart and soul into the shoe. So if you notice at the tip of the triangle, what it's meaning is triangle. So the whole triangle part of his logo means triangles. Triangles are the strongest shape. This represents Giannis's strength. It's also a reoccurring shape throughout classical Greek architecture. Then you notice, right there to the left upper section is, I guess, where the beginning of the maze is, which is like basically, for, I guess, comparing to him, the maze is like a negative space. It reflects the Greek key inspiration, the meandering path of a hero's journey. Then at the bottom left of the logo, where it kind of cuts off on the bottom left hand corner, clip corners makes the logo asymmetrical. It actually implies that Giannis is different, nodding to the Greek freak. Then at the upper right hand corner of his logo, this is purposely larger than the G. As of the G, I guess part of the logo you can see at the bottom left, but the part on the right is purposely larger than the G, as it represents Giannis putting family before himself. So, of course, he's the G, but the A would be the last name of all his brothers, which means they're all more important than he is, because as a family you are stronger. So once again, I love the fact of how much heart and soul he put into this sneaker. Then and the last part of the logo, the bottom right hand corner, the letter G, the interlocks with the A to represent how Giannis is interlinked with his family. If either letter is removed, the logo falls apart. You can't tell me that can be any more amazing. Yes, there are other shoes out there that look great, but I don't know if there's another shoe that has its heart and soul into the logo. And maybe there is, but I haven't known it to be explained to such a length, or so, I guess, ingrained in the DNA of the player and the player's family. So I just think altogether that's awesome. One last look at the shoe before we move to the next shoe. If you can pass me the Jordan 1, please. Thank you. Put that one back. Thank you, Mr. Vader. So the shoe that I talked about, which I have dubbed the little brother to the not for resale, and the cousin of the bread toast, the Gym Red, just came in today. So now that I have it in person, I have some different thoughts about it. Well, thought one, still love the shoe. Just give you a look at it. Like I said, all the colors are what they said. You have the white here on the front, and you have the white on the sides, both sides. But then you have the sail on the side, I guess the midsole, and black on the bottom. But once this leather, like I said, is not as tumbled as the not for resales or the bread toes. That's why I said it's the little brother of one and the cousin. Maybe I guess the little brother of one and distant cousin of the other, because it's just not on that level. But it's still actually an absolutely great shoe, and I love it. This leather here has a unique feel, I guess, right around here that matches this here. It's not superiorly tumbled, but it is of a softer leather. I did notice, and I had read about this, but I guess I wasn't sure to what to think about it from the photos. The black leather portions are pretty shiny. They are pretty glossy, I would say. Baby oil glossy. Not like the future, what we have coming in the future later in the year, the shattered backboards 3.0s, but somewhat glossy. Either way, and it's just the black portion. Either way, this shoe is beautiful. It's not, I guess I don't have a whole lot to say about it that I hadn't said in the last video, but I definitely think this Jordan 1 is a must cop. For me, 7, or I'd say about 8 out of 10 Jordan 1s, probably 8 out of 10. If they have sale in it anywhere, most of the time I like it. I like most Jordan 1s anyway. As I haven't said, Jordan 1s, Blazers, and what am I? I should know that. Jordan 1's Blazers are probably my most favorite sneakers, with a few, you know, others in and out of there, but these are going to be my favorite. If you haven't gotten the Gym Reds, once again, they are off. I'd say the colors I've seen the sizes I've seen available on sneakers are about 13 and up. Everything about 12 and a half down is sold out. I think everything pretty much from 9 and a half down sold immediately, and then, you know, there's the stragglers that are 13 and up that are still hanging out. So if you want this and you're size 13 or up, you're in luck. They're still hanging out. All the grade school ones are sold out. You can still get it aftermarket. People at my size is 10 and a half, but I have my size. That's not too bad aftermarket. The last time I looked is about 170. But if your team's small foot and you missed out, from about 9 and a half, you're going to be paying somewhere from about 250, 260 on up to a shade over 300 as you get down to 8s and 7s. So, you know, if it's worth it to you, get it. I think it would sit beautifully beside or in the middle of your not for resale and your bread toast, assuming you have one of the two. I have neither of those, but I may get them at some point. Either way, that's enough of that shoe. I don't have anything else to show you today, but I do thank you guys for tuning in. I definitely once again want to show you the Zoom Freak 1, Giannis's first signature shoe. You should definitely go out and get it. I think it's a great shoe. I haven't put it on yet, but I am about to put it on here shortly and give you guys an explanation of how it feels. There's some dirt on my shoe. Nike, now why'd you let this little piece of dirt come on my shoe? Oh, there we go. All right, got it off. Shoe's perfect now. I'm gonna try it on so you guys can get a closer look of how it looks on foot, and I'll let you guys know how it feels. So you guys have a good weekend. You enjoy your July 4th. Hopefully, if you're lucky, maybe you've even got July 5th off and you have a 4-day weekend. Either way, I'm gonna have a great weekend. Unfortunately guys, I'm not gonna be able to have a video for you guys next week. I'm gonna be on a little bit of a hiatus. That's why I wanted to make sure I drop you guys a video. Jordan 5, I guess Michigan's come out this Saturday. I'm not a Michigan fan, and I'm not a huge 5 lover. I think I have one Jordan 5 that I do love. I think it's the Trophy Room, I believe. I think they're 5. Anyway, see, I'm a 1 and a 3 fan for the most part, and Blazers. Jordan 1, Jordan 3, Blazers. Either way, you guys have a great July 4th weekend. I'm out.